That wasn't too bad. I've never done this before on here. I was streaming on Twitch prior, so I just set this all up. Now we're just doing some chill toy stream stuff today. Kids are out of the house, going to a block party at their uncle's house. So I figured I'd sort some stuff today and get ready for the coming week. Just make content easier. It makes everything easier if I do some sorting. I buy a lot of stuff, and not everything in a package is usable. I've done this on stream a few times, but I got some exceptionally large batches of stuff lately. So we're going to take care of that. By exceptionally large, I mean like so we got that. So VTech, obviously. I've been chilling out on VTech a little bit. I'm still selling it, but I'm taking in more than I'm selling at this point. And that tells me there's been a shift as far as desirability, and it could be short-lived, it could not be. I feel that these toys are basically timeless, and the new versions of them are really no different than the old. So as long as my price is lower than brand new at the store, I should always move them. So this is just a giant bag of not only VTech stuff, but there's other stuff mixed in. So that's what we're going to do. Just kind of figure out what's worth what here. The VTechs obviously have value. I counted 6 when I grabbed this, and I paid $6. So $1 per, which is about the most I'll pay for VTechs at this point. If I take them in at low prices, if I have multiples, I can drop the price on all of them and be more apt to move them out the door. So what this has, which I've never really delved into on VTech, is it has these play sets. And I don't know, these are all meant to be interconnected. I'm going to have to goof with the camera quite a bit here. Wrong way. There we go. Probably just do that. Alright. So we got these play sets. This one's clearly missing something, or okay, so that flips. So this moves. It's the VTech airport, but they all interconnect. You can put as many of them together as you'd like. I don't know if these have legitimate value. They're bulky, and that's going to be a problem because I'm going to have to ship them, and people are going to have to pay for shipping. So this is not VTech. This is a Paw Patrol piece. Paw Patrol's hot. That could be a good thing. So that's why we got to go through this and kind of figure it out. This says Jax. Jax is a totally different thing. So Paw Patrol is made by Spin Master. VTech is made by, I think probably just VTech. VT. Yeah, so VTech is its own thing. So this Jax thing could be to anything. Jax makes a ton of different stuff. That's why we're doing this today. Figuring out what's what. This is a VTech piece. So you can connect that and make roads. Take this down. Takes up too much space. So we'll kind of, let's get a pile going, I guess. VTech, Paw Patrol. This is janky. You can see there's screws here. I don't think that's original. I think this broke. And yeah, parent threw 2 screws in to make it stay on. So I'm thinking this is not valuable. I'm just gonna toss that aside. In fact, that's VTech, Paw Patrol, Jax. And we got this. This is obviously PJ Mask. Alright, cool. That's a thing. Transforming thing. Might be That's Just Play. Frog Box. PJ Mask. Alright. We got our first VTEC helicopter. I have a couple of these in different colors. Charlie. Previously belonged to Charlie. Shout out to Charlie if you're watching. That'd be really odd, in fact. I did get a board game the other day. And it had this cute note in it. And it was a little girl writing to the makers of Monopoly to recommend they make a Harry Potter Monopoly. And wrote down all the ideas of like what to change the squares to and everything. And I actually found her online and sent her a picture of the note to be like, you know, I found this 20 years after the fact, like 100 miles away from your home, because she put her address and everything. You never know what's a core memory for people, so. This has the batteries in it, but it doesn't work. It doesn't look like they blew up. If they did, this would turn into a how to fix these stream, as it sometimes does. Alright, batteries out. New batteries in. No, if you've never seen VTECs, the cool thing about these is they have these pegs on the bottom, and they know what they're driving on based on the configuration, so they say different stuff. So the configuration told the car that you were at the airport, and I don't know how many of these are programmed in. I'm guessing probably 100, because there's so many different tracks and pieces on it. Stop Henry from speaking. So that's the cool thing, is it's an interactive toy, very simple to use. So they're in a way timeless. That's why I don't necessarily feel weird taking in quite a few of them, because I think they will ultimately go. You just gotta manage your price point, and you buy intelligently. Don't just buy it because it exists. I'm gonna have to scrub out Charlie's name, if at all possible. But we know it works. So the helicopter's not one of the hotter ones. When you look at vehicles like this, the best-selling things are trains. Trains are timeless. And also occupational vehicles. So police, fire, construction. Because kids always want to be like daddy. So if you get a vehicle that is the same occupation as daddy, it's going to sell. Garbage trucks, work vans, anything like that has mega value. Farm equipment especially has mega value. Helicopter pilots, there's not a ton of them out there. So this is not going to be a higher end whole sell. Probably guessing $8 on this. I don't like... There's holes in all this stuff, and it looks like somebody tried to get this stuff to stay together and ended up screwing it down. That may affect value. Hopefully it's not everything. Got a VTEC something that broke off. And again, somebody put a hole in it. It's a bit sun faded too, so. And maybe none of this track has value. Such is life. Here's a piece with no holes. Here's one with a giant hole in it. I'll have to look up what track goes for. I'm not going to list anything today. I'm just sorting. Another Paw Patrol. Train track is something that sells very well. Any kind of configuration train track. That's an obvious one if you know a kid is into Thomas, but you don't know which trains he has. Buy them track. They always want more track because they have more places to roam. So it makes an obvious gift for people. Looks like it might be another Jack's thing. Yeah. I don't know what the motif is. It could be like SpongeBob, honestly. This looks like some kind of undersea. It might be digging, like these are fossils. I'm kind of feeling like the way there's holes in all this stuff and the sun faded, the dad stuck this all outside. All right, this might be this piece. Or it might be... Oh, not that. Yeah, this very well could be this. We're going to just go with that for now. But I think maybe the dad put the VTech thing together outside and screwed it together so it wouldn't get like blown around or just be easier to manage. So we got one of these. All right, so this is obviously the airport tower. This piece itself may have value outside the airport, so we're going to set that there. And then what I'm going to do is go through this and just determine if it's even worth listing or if it's just going to the garbage. This is a support for VTech. All right, we got another vehicle. Truck. Again, Charlie. Hope you're doing good, little guy. So it loops like that when the battery's dead. I'm not concerned with that. What I will do is take the battery out so they don't blow up. Because then I have a problem. We know it works. I don't know if I have truck. I know I have helicopter. So these are the least popular because they're, you know, I have van, car, race car. They're not things that you necessarily need to have. Trains go for about 5 times what the other ones do. This looks like another Jack's piece. Not sure what this is yet. There's an arrow. And the way I determine if I'm even going to buy something, talked about this before, you have a price tag. And what I want to do is identify enough stuff in the bag where I know I will break even. So at $6, 2 VTECs, I break even. I saw 6 VTECs, so it's kind of a no-brainer. Even if everything else in this bag is worthless, I will make money. And really, this is the profit. Whatever on top of the VTECs I find is where I'm going to make my money. This might go here. Looks like it would go on top. Yeah. Okay. A radar? I'm not quite sure. So, a second truck. Charlie. Again, battery's dead. And this is a bit more sun faded than the other one, and that's something you want to check with toys that have been outside clearly. And it could be sun faded, it could have been in a window or had a toy box that got a lot of sunlight. One of the things you check, if you're not sure, if you're looking at the store and you pick this up, the fact it turned on, if it turns on, it's fine. If it makes noise, it's fine. You look on the bottom, and you're going to see the screw, and you're going to see axles. If there's rust on the screw or rust on the axles, this may have been outside in the rain or it may have been in a bathtub, and it's not going to work. The fact it turns on, I'm not concerned with it. But you can't always manipulate these things in the store. If they're, you know, they're in this bag, I couldn't turn them on to figure it out. This actually has like a leaf in it, so yes, this was definitely outside at a point. But it must have been taken care of outside. So now I have 2 trucks. What I will do is I'll list the worst condition one in the photo and do quantity 2. Price them accordingly because I can sell them for less because I bought 2 of them at $1, so I don't have to make quite as much. And then it just consolidates your listings a bit. Alright, we have Airplane. And I've sold these before. This one is pretty sun-faded as well. Charlie. That's working. Wonder if Charlie went to a daycare and he brought these. Kids at daycare, you gotta label absolutely everything. All their coats and all that jazz. Most daycares, I don't think, let you bring toys. It's just gonna become a problem. Airplane probably isn't gonna sell too well either. All right. It's got to be a Jax thing too. Nintendo Jax. Okay. Now this is getting interesting. What could this go to? Because this is the same face as this. What Nintendo property has this guy? I do not recognize this. Now I'm kind of getting a feel like Donkey Kong Country. What would have this dude? Now I'm thinking the value is increased here. So this is another PJ Mask piece. Gecko's like transformation booth, I guess. So those could be good money. I wonder what all the Paw Patrol track actually goes to. All right, we got a tank. This is absolute garbage. Very, very light. It just says China inside and some numbers. You know, no value whatsoever on that. Another Paw Patrol. So the cool thing with Paw Patrol is it has an item number, and you can actually search up that item number and figure out what it goes to. What particular play set. They do mix the track at times. Like if they have an overabundance of track perhaps, they will make a track pack on some toys, and it's actually, the item numbers don't help you at that point. It's made too many of XYZ. We have Cargo Car. This is the wooden Thomas the Train set, where it'll just say the name of the thing on the bottom. Run into these. They're not hugely valuable. I'll actually just toss that over there. Do a bundle on that at some point. Fire truck. This will be the 4th fire truck I have. This one's clicking. I'm going to throw batteries in and just make sure it's okay. So I've already reduced the price on fire truck. So I'm going to have 4 fire trucks for sale for $7 each. Yeah, I'm just going to not buy any more fire trucks until I've moved quite a few of them. I do not sell toys with batteries included because it would be outrageously expensive to do so. I just keep test batteries. And he's good. See what he says about the roadblock here. See? That's so cool. It's funny, like toys like this. This is not new. This has been out for probably 16, 18 years at this point. When I was a kid, if this existed, these would be like $20 in 80s money each. The technology of like, I know that's a gate would have blown everyone's mind. You know, I'm from the Teddy Ruxpin generation. We're putting a cassette tape into a bear and having his eyes and mouth move was. My mom literally almost got in a fist fight at KB Toys for a Teddy Ruxpin because she grabbed one of the last ones. And some dude tried to pry it out of her hands. Like, I don't even know what would happen with this stuff. Alright, and this one's probably going to be my best seller out of the whole lot. Bulldozer. So, this is a daddy vehicle, a construction vehicle. Nice. So that works. So all my VTECs work. So I'll do a VTEC video this week and go through these 6. I guess 5 because I got 2 of one. Keep these batteries. You always use batteries. I feel like most of the video will be scraping the Charlie off the bottom of all of these. Figure something out. Alright, so I'll shuffle some of this off screen here. I know my VTECs are good, so I got a big bin next to my computer of stuff I need to sort and sell. Stuff that's of value that I know either needs to be set up in a lot or just listed. There's really no advantage to listing everything at once. It seems the algorithm likes you to list at least 3 items a day, so I do that. Alright. So let's shuffle some of this over here. So we'll start with Paw Patrol Track. I'm not quite sure how to do this now. Trying to set up the stream thing here. So I'm just going to determine if it's worth listing all this stuff. Of course, when you turn on your monitor, everything moves around. There we are. There. All right, so we're going to be doing the track here. So you're looking for 16682 Spin Master. So nothing came up here. It's just Chase. So look up Paw Patrol Track. Alright, so we got launch and roll set with a tower. I got 2 curves and 4 straights, which doesn't look like it's going to be this. So we got a few different... 1, 2... I don't think we have a complete anything on this. So we're going to move to eBay, and we're going to do Paw Patrol Track and see what people are selling. So we got some cars with straights here. 2 straight pieces for $12. So people are attempting to sell it. Got 280 listings on Paw Patrol Track. Got 66 sold. You know, this piece for 8. 2 pieces. So the Y piece might be really popular. Pieces. So this has value. Yeah, so this is 3 curves and 4 straights. I have 2 curves and 4 straights for $17. So I'm absolutely going to list this stuff at another time. I throw it in my bin. And that's your gravy and reselling. I didn't notice that went off the screen. There we go. Yeah. So this is where you make your money. The stuff in the bag, these are actually worth more than the thing I initially identified as being worth picking up. All right, so that was Paw Patrol. Now we got VTech. These aren't in great shape, so I'd be kind of surprised if they sell for a lot. So we'll do VTech sets. Let's see if we can identify any of these pieces. There's going to be a lot of them. 1,000 plus. Oh, I don't know they did Marble Run. So these are called Smart Cars, I believe. Go Smart Wheels. Alright. So we got like this radar tower. I kind of feel like this goes to the airport. So we'll do VTech Airport. Alright, so we got that piece right here. That's this one. So $25. We don't have the whole thing. You know, the airport I junked. It looks like we have actually the whole thing. Except the airport is pretty crappy. So here I gotta determine what I'm gonna do with it. So we have the whole thing for sale. All right, let's just count. All right, I have the airport hub. I have this piece that goes to the hub. Then there is a green piece under it, which is probably this. That sticks out a bit. I have a red piece. I have the gate. I have another red piece. I have a ramp. So that's the whole top section. Then there's this blue piece and a green piece. So we have the middle. Now I need a green curve, which I have. A small red flat. Another red flat. A very small blue. And a yellow curve that's actually in 2 pieces. And these must be supports for it. So I have the entire airport. It has holes drilled in it. We know we're dealing with a complete piece. So $25, 28. I'm not listing it, I'm just figuring out what I can do with it. I suspected the spinning bit here might have value. So how many of these are selling and in what condition? Alright. And I have the plane. So that's $18 including the plane. Which the plane's really not going to sell by itself, so this isn't bad. Plane and helicopter, okay. So with plane and helicopter, $45. Pretty ludicrous, but okay. 30 with plated helicopter. Now, this isn't selling that well. And I'd have to store it. So what can I get for just track? Well, this would be just track, wouldn't it? We'll just put track. VTech track. Little connection pieces. Okay. Adapters. I didn't realize this stuff sold like this. This is more my style. Just throwing a couple of things in an envelope and sending it out the door. Little track pieces for like $12. Some gates. So I can just do individual pieces now. So either I have to put this airport together and attempt to sell it with the two pieces. And then you look at the amount, 75 sold of VTech track in 3 months. I'm much more likely to just sell chunks of this at a time. And I do this with like Domino Rally as well. If you get a whole set, you can sell the pieces and it'll sell much faster than just the set. And often at more money. It's a bit more shipping. But I think we're going to be listing track. Just pieces, little bundles, but this has value. This probably not so much. We're going to toss the airport because it's going to be difficult to ship. But I'm going to sell this. This is like a premium piece with the spinny guy. And then all the rest I can just put together and sell in bits and bobs. And because I got it so cheaply, I could basically price everything for $8. I could do like 2 of these for $8. I undercut everybody selling them. Let's look at the fact that they're selling for 12 makes me think that's going to be bottom dollar. This guy's 14 for 2 pieces, 9 for 1 piece. This connector for $13. So if I'm really reasonable with stuff, it'll go out the door. I don't have to make a fortune on any of this because I paid so little for it. All right, let's dig into... We'll do PJ Masks. So I have this set. No marker on it. And then we have the Gecko set. Also no like item number. So we'll just search up PJ Masks play set. Oops. Let's see what we can identify here. This totem pole thing is popular. That's their base on the show. So this looks like the one on the left here, but it's Catboy's one. Catboy's sigil and linked together in the back. So what, we got 1,000 play sets. So we'll look, let's do Gecko. See if we can find this tree thing. I can use Google Lens too. Alright, so there it is. BJ Mask, Gecko, Greg, Transforming, Totem Tower. So 32 bucks, and I have geckos. I can always throw it in if it's going to move the thing. So then we have gecko transformation down here. And that one looks like the other one, but mine... This isn't like Catboy specific. It is kind of because his symbol's there, the button. But when it does that, that's like everybody. But it's really the same general shape. Either way, that's 32 going for new in box. Another the gecko in a tree for like 40. I'd be pretty surprised if I got anywhere near that. Alright, so let's look at our... The thing is, the tree didn't... None of these are stating what this thing's actually called. If I gotta search around on Google, I'll do that. Where was the 40? Gecko transforming play set. That could be what it's called. Figured to have a snappier name than that. So 8 sold. That's just the gecko specific one. Now, this is a thing of if there's only 2 of these tree sets for sale on here. Okay, so here's one that actually sold with 2 figures. You got Greg as himself and then Gecko, which I don't have Greg. I just got Gecko. Also, is that even the same thing? I think it is. Oh, okay, there we go. So that's 25. Then you got Greg himself for 9. So if you're a parent and you're looking for this, and the only listings are $40, you're going to find something else to buy. You could probably get it in the store for much cheaper. I can't imagine this sells for 40 bucks. This might be a $20 toy. Let's do Google and see if we can find it. All right, so eBay, Walmart out of stock. We got overseas Amazon, which I would never trust. Another eBay. Citizen, which is another like eBay thing. So this may not be in production anymore. So just out of curiosity here, currently unavailable, doesn't even matter. It's just an old listing. And the Walmart one might have a price on it, even though it's out of stock. So this was 13 bucks when it came out. And is this hugely desirable? Probably not. I mean, it's a cool little thing. So something like this, because it takes up space. And I'm going to have to package it. I can't realistically sell it. Because the shipping on this is going to be 10 bucks. And it's not worth my time to sell it for like 3 bucks. Quite frankly. So we'll do, just to make sure we're not missing any of these sold, do transforming. Gecko. So we only saw one sold. Oh, look, see? This is why I use my background. I can find my listings. So I had a Greg, but a very small one at one point. So 45 bucks for the whole thing. And then we got a complete owlet one. Okay. 25 complete. If I could do 20 on this, it would be worth my while. I'll list it for 20, and if I don't sell it in a few months, I'll just toss it out so I don't have to look at it. All right, we got this. Not even sure what to call this, so we'll do Catboy. Actually, we'll just go back to Google. Let's see if we can... Okay, so here it is right away. PJ Masks transforming Catboy. So he doesn't get a tree, he gets like a city, I guess, because... I don't know. Because... So this is in stock. So now I have to be competitive with actual retail. $28 for this. Complete set. I don't have the unmasked Catboy Connor. I have a ton of Catboys. So I can't sell it for anywhere near this price. Because it is still available. So this would be like a $5 toy. The fact this is in production, I'm pretty much screwed. We'll just check listings and see if any have moved that are not complete. So this person complete moved it for 19. This went to Australia. This is complete for 18. Yeah, so the tree is different. The tree must be older. Because it's out of stock. Huh. So I'm just going to probably just give this to my kids. And they'll get a kick out of it for a while, then I'll toss it out. Because it's not, I can't be competitive with retail on this and make it worth my while. Alright. Throw that over there for them, but let's figure out what this stuff is. Jack's Nintendo playset. It doesn't have a... Oh, it is a Mario. Super Mario Desert playset. So let's zoom in on this. So I got Homeboy here. I don't know what he's supposed to do exactly. Oh yeah, his head wobbles, as according to this. I have this. I have that. I have that. I don't... Okay, so this is all supposed to be in a base. That's not good. Alright, I have all the pieces. Okay. So what will this do with no base? It's... Unless we have a good resale market on parts. So we know it's called Desert. 163. We'll just go straight to... We'll try parts. If you're thinking about reselling and this is boring to you, definitely don't get into reselling, because most of your day is not spent sourcing. Most of your day is spent doing this. Figuring out what you even have how you can approach selling it. So parts came up with nothing. So let's go back to desert. And we'll go to sold and see if these are going to move at all. And I really don't think so. It may not have ever been popular enough. Oh, okay. So if you have the bases, they link together, or is that a different thing entirely? So the desert playset itself doesn't even sell. Never mind missing chunks of it. Yeah, so these are going to be junk. You can't do anything with them. One desert playset actually sold. And it's called Desert Playset, so that's reality. Okay, well. It's kind of funny. I assumed this was going to be something that went for good money. If it's not useful... You know, I should have known it was Mario because of the coins on the back of this. I didn't even pick that up. Alright. We ain't done yet. Big old bin of dinosaurs and different animals. I got this for $6. The reason I bought it is... I identified this is a Jurassic Park dinosaur. Jurassic Park stuff sells very well. And I found 2 Safari Limited guys. The Safari Limited is a not super popular, but fairly popular figurine. It's like a level below Schleich. They don't demand as much money. This is just a cow I got from another set. I've been waiting to pair up with something. Help if it was on camera. So, be adding to that, and then we can do a Safari Limited video, maybe a Jurassic Park video. So the 2 Schleich, or Safari Limited rather, and the dinosaur pay for this. Dinosaur will fetch probably $9. So that's 4 profit, and the 2 safaris. Alright, we got a giant snake of no quality. I'm going to save this and prank my kids with it, because what else could you do with this? This is a good one. I'll think about what I will do with that. I got all day to plan. Alright, we have a, guess that's a reindeer. Yeah, the tail is of dubious quality. Treehouse Kids. I've never heard of that. It's not bad quality, it's not good quality. So it's not a mold. So I'll grab a mold and we can talk about that, because I'm sure there's one in here. Older one it is. Okay. That's too bad. So you can tell a cheap toy by this line here. It's a mold. They use the bottom and the top as separate, and then they can make different dinosaurs by fusing them together. So this could be the back end of any number of dinosaurs, and then just make a few of the front ends and a lot of the back ends. It's a cheaper way of manufacturing. If you see that line, it is of no value, because it's just mass-produced crap. This does not have a line for a mold. This is one piece, but never heard of the company, so we'll see. This is a lizard. It just says China, so it's trash. This feels cheap. Feels McDonald's. And if you look, I could never tip my hand in the right direction. You can see triangular screws. That is a sign of a fast food toy. It doesn't mean it's automatically garbage because it depends on the age. There's like something on the back. Something used to slot into the back. I'm going to set it aside. Very, very doubtful it's worth anything unless it's like Land Before Time Happy Meal from when I was a kid. This is a very poor quality cow. And you can see the seam down the middle there. Garbage. We got a horse of middle quality DreamWorks Wowee 2002. That could be Spirit Riding Free, but I don't think that's that old. Whatever, we'll see. China Lizard. Sounds like a old rock band. Jaru. I've never heard of. This is a molded toy. I'll keep it because it's branded. Could go to a game or something. And then it's not necessarily the value of it as the piece. So this is my Jurassic Park. And you can tell because they have the mark on the foot. And this is an older one because newer ones have like a QR code that you pull out of their back. And there's some kind of like collector game or something on a phone. Got like moving tail, moving jaw. I don't know if there's a gimmick here because it looks like his eyes are supposed to light up, but they don't. So this could be worth good money if this is an old Jurassic Park figure. China, whatever. Lion cub. Human hair, that's awesome. Giraffe from China. Very, very small dinosaur, but this is a Safari Limited dinosaur. A Baranox. Very small, though. And another Safari Limited. This is a goat. So now we got with that cow, we're starting to get a lot. I usually do 3 for $8 on stuff like that. So this is also a tiny dinosaur, but you can see the quality difference. Or could you? Like this one is more cheap, feels cheaper, and it has like crummy detail, like ridges, and this has like texture. It's a nicer quality figure. A really, really old figurine. Huh. That doesn't mean it's valuable. Just because it's old doesn't mean anybody's looking for it. I don't see any maker mark on this, but it's very old. So I'm going to Google Lens that in a bit, just to make sure it's not part of something, some old toy set. That feels like it's from the 60s. And plastic all has a different feel across generations. That's cheap. Cheap. A tiny snake. That has a similar feel to that one, but it says China. It's very small. More hair. Delightful. This is another cow with a big seam down the middle. China. Lion Major Trading Company. Huh. $2008. It feels like garbage, but it's branded, so just to make sure, we'll hang on to it for a moment here. lizard. All right, a safari limited cow, which I have that other one, but they're different sizes, so that should be complicated. It's also very worn out. Surprising. This must be an older one, too. And there's actually a huge quality difference between the two. Like, the texture is completely different on this one. There's almost no texture on this one. So. Zebra. This could be something. This feels nice. What is this? US on the side. I have a cat. Cat feels nice. I'll have to look at that. 2002 Wowie DreamWorks again. So these must go together. I don't know why it says US. It looks like it's branded. It has like a running horse. This guy don't want to stand up. So PVC and vinyl figures could warp over time. So you can fix the legs by either splinting them with something to bend them back into place, or you could use a hair dryer, which is a little more dangerous because you can mess it up. I typically just send it out as is, and it has trouble standing, and people can fix it however they'd like if they are so inclined. All right, we got this cat. This feels like decent quality. Just says China, though. Huh. We got a spider. Oh, God, there's a lot of hair. Gross. We have a rubber dinosaur with, like, some balls in it. I don't know about that. Another Safari Limited bull. That one's in a little better condition. This is Greenbrier International. That is the dollar stores company. So anytime you see that, it is of no value. All right, we got triangular screw wind up zebra. It doesn't work anymore. So kind of curious what it was. Sometimes, like, McDonald's just runs out of ideas and they'll just do, like, animals. Like, hey, this month is just random animals. If it's not working, it's probably of no value, but I'll hang on to it in case it's very old. Oh, I thought that was human hair. I was about to vomit. It's like a tail. All right. 2001 MMTL. MMTL. I have no idea. It feels okay. Generic army man, made in China. This feels old. And it's anatomically correct, which means it's probably not actually a toy. It feels a lot like this lion, so we're going to wait on that. Also not branded. K&M International Salamander. Made in China, a very cheap camel. We got another horse just like the other DreamWorks one. A centipede, a cheap dinosaur. 1995 Great Explorations. Is that like an iguana? Hang on to that for a minute. Safari Limited pig. And now we have a barnyard thing going. And we can sell that. This is also DreamWorks, and it's the same year as the horse thing. So I have no clue what movie involved horses and mountain lions, but we're going to find out. And then I have this like weird jeweled looking elephant. It has no markings, but that's odd. So we're going to hang on to that and look it up. Almost to the bottom here. Cheap. Cheap junk. This has a brand, but it's extraordinarily cheap. But just in case it's... Oh, no, never mind. They ran out of space to put made in China, so it says Mad E in China. So, good job. Junk, junk, junk. Safari Limited horse. Go with our barnyard theme. Junk. Another one of those elephants. Different color, though. We got all kinds of cool stuff. Some of this is very interesting. I undoubtedly made my $6 back. So Safari Limited. It's like a coyote, I think. Something. Safari Limited, another horse. And Safari Limited goat. So I'm probably going to do all these Safari Limiteds in one batch and just call it like Barnyard Lot of 8. And I'm guessing I'll get like $12 for it. They're not as desirable as some things. All right. Quick break to go get a drink and I'll be right back. Pepper coconut. I hope it never goes away. It's so good. Limited edition. But the other limited edition ones are still on the shelf, so I don't know. The cream soda was not good. The strawberry was really not good. The black dark whatever it was like dark berry or something. That was okay, and that didn't stick around long, so We'll see. Let's sort through the madness here. Got a lot of stuff. Alright, so I'm just going to take all my Safari Limiteds out, because we know what we're doing with those. Those are of value. So of interest, we have these weird elephants. I'm going to have to Google Lens that. So Google Lens, amazing tool if you're reselling. People like the barcode scanner, which if things have a barcode is all fine and dandy, but a lot of stuff does not. So Google Lens, these elephants. And we got... So this is showing me like crystal elephants, which is not what this is. Warm fuzzy toys, replica and glow. That seems more like it. So I'm going to click on that. That is totally what that is. So let's look up warm fuzzy toys. Is that a toy company or a website? An elephant. Okay. So it's nature-based toys. So it said glow when I found it. Okay, so neon elephant. Is that the same guy? It's close, but I don't think it's the same guy. And this is where Google Lens has a hard time like getting sizes. That may not be it. I'll try looking at the other one. It's a different color. It'll give me a different result, perhaps. I'm thinking it has no value and it's just a dollar store style thing, but you always want to check just in case. So yeah, no, they feel cheap. They're not branded. They're just something. It didn't come from anything that we could get value. So this is a 1995 Explorations Inc. So we got something similar, Vintage Explorations Inc. Glow in the dark question mark. Like you couldn't have figured that out with a flashlight and a light switch. I don't know what kind of animal this is, the problem. Is this an iguana? We'll go with lizard. So we're just getting this guy. We even ditch lizard. It's the year in Explorations Inc. We're getting books. Go to Google. Magic School Bus. That's too bad. I don't know what it goes to, unfortunately. I mean, it's not like terrible quality. It is hollow. I mean, that's not exactly a desirable trait in figures, so it's not collectible. I just thought it might go to something. But alas, that goes in the garbage. So, Salamander K&M International. I think this is trash, but we're going to figure that out anyways. So I'll just do K&M International. Try Salamander. Alright, so this rare K&M. Everything's rare when you own it, right? That's kind of the funny eBay thing. This is a 93 Salamander, of course. Mine did not have a year on it. So I only got one of the same guy. Nothing jumping out at me. So K&M also makes stuffies. Year seems to be mid-90s for all these. No. Really? $9? Who's looking for this? Wild Animal Educational Toy. Stuff like that, it's really not worth my time to list it. Because if you're out here just looking for salamanders, and we've got, what, 3 of them sold in 6 months? So, that's just junk. Alright, we got this weird lion. Looks like trash, but it feels old. Lion. Oh no, it's 2008. This don't feel old at all. Toy Major Trading Co. So, none of these are exactly the same. Or this one might be, yeah. There he is. Oops. That's the same guy. So, who's looking for this is the question. The reality is probably nobody. So we got 13 listings. Sold, we got nothing. We just double check and nothing. So he's gone. This zebra, we're going to Google Lens the zebra because it looks like a McDonald's toy. Has McDonald's toy screws. But it's a wind up. We've got Disney Animal Kingdom. McDonald's 1998. He doesn't work though. So I'm not going to bother listing it. Where's the other McDonald's guy? Did I already toss that? I think I did. Alright. MMTL 2001. That's a horse. It says warm blood. Warm blood toy horse we'll search for. We're looking for a combable tail. So we got 55. I don't know if that's a breed. Dutch warm blood. I know nothing about horses, so this looks right here. MMTL miniature warm blood horse. So that's it. Got it sold here. It doesn't feel spectacular. Yeah, so I think this is trash. All right, so we got a Jurassic Park guy. We know he's valuable. We'll do that on a video. So this was Treehouse Kids, and that's like a deer or a reindeer. So there it is, Treehouse Kids. Oh, an elk. Okay. Elk. So a few listed, not for big money. Does anybody buy these? So we got 16 Schleich Treehouse Kids. Okay, so this person had no idea what they were selling, because that's 3 different companies. Like, it felt like a Schleich, but not as nice. The thing is, I don't have any elk. So we're just going to look up elk figures. And see if they move. Why did Bluey come up? Search feature, doing weird stuff. Elk figure, boy. The tree? Yeah. Cake topper. I don't think it's going to move. It's not worth listing, quite frankly. My kids will probably like it, though. Alright, so we got this tiny dinosaur. That's a Safari Limited, so put that with the rest. Oh, it's this one. This was the other McDonald's looking thing I had. The dinosaur. That looked like something clipped into its back. So that is 2000 McDonald's dinosaur Balin. I don't even know what that is. Baleen? Was that a movie? Oh, it's the name of the dinosaur in a movie. This might be like a Land Before Time remake. I'm not sure. So the rule with Disney toys is if they're at least 20 years old, sometimes they're worth something. Just the fact that the back has this thing that doesn't appear to do anything, but nobody has... Like something slots into it, but it doesn't do anything. So that's Baleen McDonald, 72 listings. How many have sold? 9. Okay, these monkeys slot into it. I ain't got the monkeys. If I did, this might be a different story. And 72 of these listed and only 1 sold with monkeys, so not worth doing. We got this hippo. Jaru. Now, again, I reiterate, this may seem horribly boring to you. I like this because I'm learning stuff. Next time I see names like Jaru, I'm going to know offhand, is this worth anything? And I save time down the road with this. Jaru hippo. Here's our Jaru 2-inch figure. Vintage Jaru. 10 listings. Doesn't say what it comes from. None sold. So is Jaru a brand of anything? I'll just leave Jaru and we'll just search and we'll learn a little more. So it's just a toy company, I guess. Jaru / Moose. Moose being a toy company. May have been bought out by somebody at a point. So nothing there for us. Alright. We know the DreamWorks things are going to be something. We just don't know what. So now we got an anatomically correct bowl. That's usually a sign of a designer figure, because that just creates questions from your children you may not want to answer at any given moment. So let's see what we get out of this bowl. So this is collect A. I don't think it would be, though. Bowl is not coming up. Okay, so we'll try a different angle and different lighting, and you'll get a different result from Google Lens sometimes if you move it. Now, it doesn't know if this is a toy or not, so we add toy or figure to the search parameter. And we get nothing. So if we get nothing, it's not being sold and it's not being looked for. So it's really of no value to us. Then we get this lion that I kind of feel is old. It just has a look to it like it is old. It has this distinctive like rib thing. Vintage lion toy circus. So the listings I'm seeing, nobody agrees on what it is, and it's because it's not branded. This is the lion in question here. So everybody's just putting... I don't think any of these are actually mine. The head's turned on mine. There's different musculature in the legs on some of these. Vintage grease. I'm not seeing a match anywhere. This could be super old, but if nobody's looking for that old lion that is not branded, you're never going to move it. Take a picture of the back. I'm getting pretty much the same listings I just got. Nothing exactly like it. Like the leg positions are wrong. The head's different. So it's not particularly nice. So let's throw that out. All right. This is the end of the video. We're going to figure out what these are. DreamWorks 2002. And I got, he's going to have to just stand up over there. U.S. horses, this horse, and a mountain lion. So we'll search with eBay. So it says Spirit. Okay, Spirit came out in 2002 because I just ran into a lot of figures for this. It must have been re-released or they had a show. Spirit. There might be a mountain lion in it. Makes sense. I'm seeing a native guy. It could be like it takes place a long time ago. I'm not seeing any of these. This one might be it. That's an 8-inch figure. All right, so we're going to Google Lens the mountain lion in that case. And that's kind of the odd duck here. Spirit Stallion of Sumerian? So yeah, that's correct. All right, so I'll get rid of the year. Puma. Figure. 0. That is odd. Try DreamWorks Puma. Huh. Oh, cougar. Okay. I don't know anything about this movie. I don't know if this was a character, if this is just a set piece. Like maybe there was a scene with a cougar and the horses ran away, but it's not like they introduced it. I don't know if the horses talk in this movie. We do the ones in the blue saddles and just figure out if they're going to go. So this is not coming up. This is very odd. There's no way these things didn't sell. I'll try the side that says US. Okay. Stallion Spirit of Cimarron. That's just on Worth Point, which is like a reseller. You have to pay for a membership for it. I don't think anybody uses it, quite frankly. It's really weird these don't come up. DreamWorks and WowWee. This is something that was manufactured for intellectual property. I can't imagine they didn't sell any of them. Yeah, I'm going to have to dig into this more. They're definitely not trash. I mean, it's just a matter of it being difficult to come up online in searches. So I'll have to narrow down exactly what it is. Huh. Well, there's something. I'll have to dig into it offline, and then I can list them with the Safari stuff. So I got some VTECs. I got some VTEC track. Jurassic Park, Safaris, and DreamWorks stuff. So that's a few videos for next week. I already went out today and got absolutely nothing. thrift shops. So, and tomorrow I'm going to a zoo. So, depending on where that zoo is, there may be some thrift shops I've never been to, and I'll have to check them out. But that's it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and I'll